Okay, folks, we
Mute the
are
stream.
live. I think we're several of us feeling a little under the weather tonight, but we are going to attempt a game regardless. Some BX Dungeons and Dragons tonight, Ravenloft. Just introductions real quick. We'll do plugs at the end. Dion, introduce yourself and tell us who your character is and what level they are now.
Hi, I'm Dion. I am a C, the level 6 thief. Ta-da.
Sounds
That's it.
good. Richard?
Yeah.
Hello, I am Fig Jam, the amazing magic user, level 5 at present.
Yep, that works. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm playing Darby of Stone Hill, a level 5 dwarf, making his return tonight.
Very good. Jameis?
Galen Rayhorn, level 5 elf, because that's the way we roll in BX.
That is indeed the way we roll. And Jazz playing himself.
Jazz, the level 6 locksmith. That's it. Level 6 locksmith. Chilling out. Missed last week as well, so you might have to fill me in a little bit.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. So what happened last week, guys? Quick recap. Anything that stands out to you? No one died. Close, but no one died.
We met this really nice dude in the basement. You should go have dinner with him later.
I don't trust you.
Why?
Yeah, because you're a locksmith.
He makes a marvelous flambéed rodent. Mwah. So good.
I hope that we kill Strahd so I can take this man on the journey with us. Just be like, come on.
Well, so you guys were exploring two of the highest towers in the castle so far, and so you went from one tower to the next. And then, what happened in that tower? What went on there? Anyone, real quick?
A magical figure appeared that was mirrored by. It mirrored one of us, and whoever attacked it, killed the mirrored figure, got the next mirrored figure to appear. And
It was
them.
who was highest.
Was
We
it?
got the
I thought
figure,
it was
and
whoever
it was-
pushed them off and killed them.
Yeah, it was whoever
one of
did
them
the
ignored
last...
you when you were at the top.
Yeah, well, that doesn't. Well, the first one who turned up was because Dion.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Something happened and people got attacked by things, and then brave adventurers rushed up to the top and smashed the thing that was producing it, which was
brave adventurers ignored the rest of their party and just ran on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done, brave adventurers.
Yeah.
All right.
Poke stuff with a stick.
So, let's pick it up from there. You guys survived by breaking this glass construction that beat like a living heart at the top of the stairway. So we'll pick it up from there. So after the artifact of short shatters and the red mist inside escapes and doesn't reform this time into an imposing night figure, you find that you have come to the top here. I'm going to reveal another section. Actually, before I reveal it, so I think Jameis...
Did we need that? Did anyone need this?
Jameis, you're the one who shattered the heart, right?
It was me and a C. I don't know who got the final blow, but we were there and we were poking, stabbing it, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, the stairway is wide enough that two of you can walk side by side. So there's just another turn that goes up to the tower top.
Okay.
So who goes up, or if anyone goes up?
I'll go up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. So you finish this last bit of stairs here, going up, and give me a second. Let me get to the section here.
Oh, does anybody have a bow? Mine broke.
Oh, yes, yours broke.
Yeah. Here, because I'm not using mine at the moment, have my bow.
Is it
Which
a
it's a normal bow, but it's a +1 bow.
Oh. So just longbow?
Just bow. I don't know if there's longbow, short bow, or whatever, just bow.
Oh, okay. Bow +1. Thank you.
50, 100, 150 is the ranges I have for it.
50, 100, 150. Okay.
I don't know if that's right or not, but that's the ranges I have for it.
All right. So you guys, so the stair merges into a brightly lit room. There are manacles attached to the wall and a wooden frame bed. And then there is another set of
We're
stairs that go
stretching
up
out for a
from
good
here.
night's sleep.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so there's nothing else in this room other than it is interesting that this room is brightly lit. There hasn't been a lot of light left on in the rest of the castle proper. It looks like they've been trimmed recently. They're oil lamps that are lighting the room.
Examine the bed.
Okay. Wooden frame bed. Looks like it was a straw stuffed mattress at one point in time. Well, it still is now, but it's a little on the moldy side.
Look under the bed. Check the mattress.
All right. You gonna do the whole cut the mattress open, look through it, look under the bed, do that whole thing?
Oh, you're Logan switching it.
Do my whole thing.
All right. Well, other than possibly being, now dead due to bad mold allergies, there's nothing in it. You tear it apart, a bunch of old, wet, damp straw that just filled with mold. All kinds of spores just erupt into the room.
Nice.
And then under the bed, dust, lots of dust. Roll for initiative.
Was it single bed, double bed?
It's a single, fairly wide.
Oh, all right. Nothing remarkable about it at all.
Is the room warm? Is it warm?
Is the room warm? It's a tower room, so it's a little drafty, actually.
Okay.
Did you say there were stairs going up?
There is a set of stairs going up. These are not like the stone stairs that took you all the way up here. These are wooden stairs that continue the circle higher up into the loft above.
Does it look lit from above? Is there a light source up there?
That is a good question. You don't see light, but you feel more air coming down from up there. It's like it's much stronger.
I shall creep up the stairs ever so cautiously.
Okay.
I thought we were
Who's coming?
Yeah, does it look sturdy? The stair, does it look sturdy?
Well, your master locksmith has already set foot on it and is starting to climb it. It creaks a little, but it seems to be pretty sturdy underneath your feet. The creaking is just from the natural warping of wood. It seems to be weathered time pretty well. You feel like it's going to support you. So as you come up, the spiraling staircase ends at a 5 foot wide walkway that continues to circle the shaft. In the center of the tower's highest floor, there's a 15-foot diameter hole that just continues straight down.
There a haystack at the bottom of it?
So you're looking at the roof of the tower here, and areas of it, like all around, are kind of open to the air. And this is where that very strong draft is coming through. You can even see like archer slits at around eye level way up here as well.
Wait, so the hole goes down? Right.
Yeah, it does drops straight through.
Is it a separate tower then? Because otherwise
No,
we
it's
should have seen a hole.
Yeah, it's this whole drop that you guys saw earlier that you were dropping the knights down. It's just on this floor here at K60. It doesn't show it really well, but there's a hole that continues through the room in K60 down through the shaft here. So it's just a connection. It's just that shaft that goes all the way down.
Are we outside, or is there a roof?
There is a roof, but there's kind of like an area that kind of bands the roof. That's just a little bit of supporting structure, leaving a lot of the roof open to air. So like you can see the beams that make up the internal structure of the roof if you look up from the room that you're in now.
But there's nothing in here, just like the staircase ends.
Yeah, that's it. You don't see anything. I mean, other than the floor, it gets rained on. Wind pushes water in every now and then. There's nothing here structurally, though. You don't see anything laying around. No personal items. Nothing like that.
Oh.
Curious.
Can we peer down the shaft?
Yeah, you're human, so I mean, you can see pretty clearly the room below you that's well lit. But then after that, it just goes down into darkness.
I mean,
What's
we
the
could
plan?
drop one of the
Continual
coin
light?
locket things that I made, because that's continual light, so it will go all the way down. We will see, if the light stops when we drop at the bottom or something. If you wanted to drop something down there.
Maybe it will warn some unpleasant things.
Yes, we could do that as well.
I wonder what the point of it is, though. They've built this staircase going up and it doesn't do anything.
Well, the other odd thing is that there are arrow slits in the walls way up here on this tower.
They're fighting more bats, aerial enemies.
I mean, that is something that comes to mind, is that this castle was built to withstand aerial enemies as well as those from the ground. Because it's not like the arrow slits just face forward, like towards the front of the castle. It goes 180 degrees all the way around. There are arrow slits, like we're in there, and it's placed so high up on this tower that you really can't, the trajectory would be you're shooting something in the air.
Is this like the other tower room with the arrow slits where there's like a wooden balcony that they stand on, or
No, this one's actually made from ground to slit level would be a normal height human.
Okay. All right.
So what do you want to do? Head back down?
I mean, did you want to drop the light down, Fig Jam? I mean, do you have an extra one on hand? Because
Yeah,
I
I've
kind of
got
need mine.
I've got an extra one, but yeah, I don't particularly care. But
Yeah, you drop a light down and you watch it drop. It drops for a while. It eventually comes to rest. And you can see it gleaming in the distance. So there is a floor down there, but it took a while for it to drop.
And did we see anything as it went down? I mean, does it?
The walls, the side
Yeah.
walls, I mean, it's just a tube. It's just a rock stone tube that goes straight down. Actually,
But
as it's
got to
dropping,
be ringed by
yeah,
stairs.
you do
right?
see the stairs, right? So you do see the stairs, but you also see occasionally there. It looks like there are some etchings on the walls as it's going down, and I think it produces a fair amount of light, the magical light. So I'm going to say you actually get a good. It's a dragon that it just from the inside, following the stairwells. It also kind of just winds its way up all the way up
okay.
the inside.
Wasn't the dragon something to do with the crest of this place or something?
So was
You've
this
seen it multiple
tower-
times, yeah.
Yeah.
Was this tower for defending against dragons, you think?
I don't think you'd put a dragon inside, or you wouldn't put the enemy inside, would you?
Well, some people might not know what tower to go to unless they see a dragon in it.
If I see a dragon, I am not running to the tower so that I can get closer to it. Not if it's attacking us.
Bed goods and kitchen appliances, Dragon Tower 1, now serving.
Boom, boom.
Yep. Yeah, so it's just, again, it's just like night sky and an empty room up here, Jazz. A little anticlimactic for having to climb so far up, but that's it.
That's it. Who's up here with me?
I'm close.
Big
I
Jam
guess
clearly
I am,
didn't
as I just dropped something
Yeah.
down it. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to push my way past those guys and go back down the stairs because there's nothing. That was a.
Thank you for not
You
pushing
can't
us
see any of
in
your
the hole.
cards up there, Fig Jam?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Peer out and see if any landmarks
Okay.
like the cards.
So you've been in here several hours now, and there's the thick, obscuring mist that just started springing up everywhere. So you look out, and you really can't see much of the land past the boundaries of the castle.
Okay. It's too misty.
The mist actually isn't coming into the open area of the tower. Like, it's staying outside. It's actually quite interesting, as it looks like it's not coming past the outer walls of the castle, but it's coming right up to it.
No parts of the castle itself look like your cards.
So far, all of your cards have showed the internals of rooms so far. So if you're looking out, there's really nothing that you can see that
Okay.
matches the cards.
Oh, I tried. Next. What are you guys
Yeah.
doing? What are we doing?
Wait, the mist is coming up to the walls.
Mm-hmm. The outer walls of the castle.
The outer wall. So it is crossing over the gap as well?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, with all your horses on the other side.
Our horse.
Won't someone please think of the horses?
Hey, mine's on this side of the stable.
Yeah.
So's mine.
No, it's not.
I don't know. I don't even know what happened. Do I have a horse? I don't even know.
Yeah, if all the horses have got stabled, or you just hook them up to a tree or something on the other side of the.
All right, so let me have everybody roll a d6. Actually, only Mr. Elf roll a d6.
Here we go.
I don't think that counts as anything interesting.
Mhm.
Unless it's for a surprise check, which case I'm not surprised. Otherwise, I don't detect anything.
All right, yeah. So what are you guys doing? So you do know that this circular staircase goes down lower than where you entered it. So like there is down, but there's no more up.
I mean, I do suggest we go down because we come from the other side and there was another bedroom over there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's go down.
Oh. NPC who's with us, whose name I have forgotten again. Shout out if you recognize anything through those weird memories that you had last time.
That's Elira.
Yeah, she just shakes her head and says, "I don't think I've ever been here, or these memories. It's not someplace."
I know. I'm just saying. Shout out if you remember anything. Like while we're going around.
Oh crap! As you're
It's not-
leaving, though, she pauses,
Ooh.
and
She noticed that. Okay,
she turns, and she goes over to, again, I described the staircase as following the curve, but it's wood instead of stone this time. She goes over to the staircase, and she stares at it for a moment, and she says, "I just have a feeling about this." And she goes over, and she traces her hand along the side of the wood, and then she stops at a section. She knocks on one side of it, knocks on the other side of it, and then pushes. And there's a door built into the wooden base of the stair.
Is it open? Did she push it open?
She pushed
Did
it
you say?
open. Yeah.
Is it lit inside?
It
or-
is not. It is completely black in there,
So-
completely dark.
Where is this? Is this K59?
No, it's in
K60 or
K60. It's on the
K60, okay.
side of the stair in K60.
Oh, there is not a room there for a secret door.
Yep. It's built into the staircase itself.
Hold out my ring of continual light, shine it inside, poke my
Okay.
head inside.
It's dusty. It smells bad, like the air in here. The wooden door seal was apparently pretty good, and when it opened, it's just the smell of just must and damp and rot. And what you see is that it's like it almost twines in counter to the other stair. Like, so it's like two stairs going in a spiral. This staircase, though, looks somehow older. and certainly less maintained than the stair that you came up. So again, it goes down in the counter rotation to the other stair.
Ooh.
It does not look like it goes down nearly as far, though. It's like you shine your light and you see that there's some construction, there's some stones that seem to have fallen a little bit, but it doesn't feel like that opening like goes all the way down like the set that you saw does. It looks like it just stops a little further in.
Lead on, Jez.
Does it look safe to? Does it? I put my foot on it. Does it look like
Stone.
it'll take my weight?
Yeah, it's old stone, but it holds.
No cracks.
Yeah, it seems safe. I mean, it doesn't budge. It doesn't move when you set foot upon it.
I shall go down as far as possible.
Okay. You're
then
using
check
the amulet for light,
first.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll check for secret passages or whatever.
Okay.
Secret doors.
You start seeing small niches in the stone wall. There may be slightly rectangular, foot high, 2 feet long, and maybe a foot deep. And they're ashes and bones. And it's almost like a mausoleum. Or actually, I don't. What's the proper word for a place where the bones are on display in a
Orrery?
Okay, yeah, an orrery. So
No, ossuary.
ossuary. But some of the bones look like they've been cremated into ash, but there's still some bones amongst the ash. And these niches just line the left-hand side of the wall as you come in further. Do you continue on?
I want to have a look at the bone. Is there any skulls in there?
No, the bone fragments are fairly small. It's just bits and pieces. You see a tooth or two. You see like part of like a femur or an arm bone, but nothing substantial, just pieces.
Do the teeth look normal? They're not long canine like teeth.
So it's a good question. They look normal.
I'm going to take a few teeth with me.
Okay.
There's no writing, no jewelry left behind.
No
with the
plaque,
bones.
nothing. Well, how many do you go through? I mean, like there's like dozens of them along the left-hand side.
I'll just look at the nearest
one.
3.
All right,
The
give me
first 3.
give me a D percentage roll.
All right.
Oh, nice. Your hand stops on something that's hard. It doesn't feel like bone, and you come back up, and there's a ruby, like a good-sized ruby in the palm of your hand.
Come to daddy. Well, that's going to make me want to check all the others.
Now, who's standing right behind Jazz?
No one.
I was there.
Darby, okay. So you see him pause for a moment. Yeah, you see him pick out a few teeth and palm a few things.
Can I
Nothing
look
to
at,
see here, lads.
can I look at some holes?
You want to look through some as well? Give me a D percentage roll.
Waste of time. Don't do it.
99.
Okay. You run your hand through and you feel several small hard objects, and you kind of root around. Your hand comes up covered in like the ash of the dead, but there's 8 small jewels in the palm of your hand. Like sapphire, diamond, amethyst, jade, different jewels and minerals, just 8 of them. It looks like they're faceted, that they were probably once part of a piece of jewelry, but the only thing left is the stones.
Oh, nice.
How valuable do I think my one is?
For your bookkeeping, not that your character would know, but just for bookkeeping purposes, the ruby is worth at maximum value 200 gold pieces. The 8 that you picked up, Jeff, just for bookkeeping purposes, is 1,100.
Nice.
Should have been mine. Damn you!
And again, your hands are covered with ash that you're pretty sure remains from rooting through those.
All right, keep your mouth shut, Darby. We can look at some other holes and
don't spoil a good thing.
We're onto a nice little learner here, so keep your mouth shut.
Right. Does anyone else go into this area?
So it's going down, right?
Yes, it curves
The
along
stairs.
the
But
opposite
doesn't
wall.
it finish? You say like it?
Well, do you continue to poke ahead?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Well, you poke in. Again, more cobwebs, thick, dusty, smells really bad. You round again the outside of the, you're following the contour of the tower wall. You go down several more feet, and it ends in a small room. In the center of the room is a
Here we
stone casket, maybe. It's kind of blocky. It's long. It's rectangular. It has a huge slab of stone as the lid, and the entire outside has been just shined to a mirror polish. Of course, it's covered with dust now, but it's very smooth. Someone took a lot of time to shine this stone, and engraved upon the lid, on the lid's edge, is a dragon that curls around the whole thing, and then there are glyphs on the top. You're not sure if they're writing or if it's just ornamentation. It's difficult to tell. Actually, not that difficult. You're a thief. You're a thief that can read.
I'm a locksmith.
Right. Why don't you roll your ability to to read languages there?
All right. Where do I find that? Can't even see.
Be on your sheet.
Abilities. Read languages.
That's the one.
80%. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yep, you failed it. There are still
Yeah.
some rerolls on the table. Who's the master of rerolls? How many do we have left?
We have 33
Wow.
rerolls.
Or combined for auto success. Remember that too.
Mm-hmm.
Reroll.
I mean, I'm guessing. What about Darby? He was with me. Can he try and read it? Or not?
Darby doesn't have such skills, and it's not a language that he could know.
Yeah.
Shall I
Just
try
do
a?
reroll.
Shall I try a reroll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, yeah.
32 of them now.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll. One, there you go.
There you go.
All right, second one. So you get the gist of it as you're reading or trying to read. It just seems to make sense in your mind, and it's part biography, part warning. The person that's interred within here was apparently a great man, a master of much land, was a warlord, was a king, but was particularly harsh to his people. They, towards the end of this biography, it's basically talking about the wars that he's run, the people that he's conquered, the lands that he's conquered. None of these places are places you've ever heard of. And you're coming to the end, talking about his final days. The people rose up, destroyed him, and teared him. And he supposedly, as you continue on down, this is the final resting place of what eventually they called the Fiend. It started off pretty good. Like, this guy was amazing. He fought these battles, increased the lands for his people. But then over time, he became ruthless and cruel. And when he's finally buried, he's been buried away, sealed away. And his people called him the Fiend at this point.
Can I examine the lid? Does it look like I could, or someone, all of us together, could move it, prise it open?
Give me a D6 roll.
I should check for anything dodgy and dangerous.
You can do that too. Give me the D6 roll first, and then you can check for traps. Okay. And checking for traps.
Yeah. Check for anything dodgy and dangerous, which is. Ooh, only level 6, and it's only 30%. Oh, 40%. There you go. 40%.
All right.
34.
It looks safe. The top lid looks very heavy, but probably with all of you in here, you could lift it. It doesn't look like it's been. It doesn't look like it has been moved or opened in a very long time. Like, the dust is pretty continuous across the surface and the sides. It doesn't look like it's been moved.
I relay the gist of the Fiend story, and then I say, why don't we crack this open?
Oh yeah, there's treasure there.
Yeah.
So-
Darby's little eyes are twinkling.
So who all comes into this little cul-de-sac of a room? So like the only way out or anything is back the way you came.
As
a very
I'll
small
come
niche.
through.
Is that going to be a problem?
I'm there.
If we
That's
need to
not
leave in a hurry?
prelude at all. No foreshadowing.
I got 1 foot on the staircase.
This is
and
not
my-
Chekhov's architecture. This is not.
As I come down, because once I've sort of noticed as I come down, I'll be pausing at each of the ossuaries just to give a little blessing over the final remains. as I
Okay.
come down. But yeah, I'll turn up there eventually.
All right, so you come down, and I guess Jazz, you. So it's now Jazz, Darby, and Galen that are in there. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna be eventually meander my way down, realizing the rest of the party's going down there. Just like follow along behind Galen.
Okay. And Fig Jam.
I was going to be looking at the slime that was behind us on the thin walkway because we're on the same level as that now.
Mm-hmm.
If I understand, I just wanted to see whether it was growing back like really, really quickly or anything.
Oh,
That's all I
smart.
was doing.
You take a look though, but no, it seems like you can clearly see the disruption that you guys caused coming across. It hasn't covered back over.
So eventually, I will turn around.
Okay.
And realize everybody else is gone and go,
Right.
try and join.
Okay, everybody, roll me a d6 when you get to the tomb area.
Roll the 4.
Does that include us that were already there?
No, you already made those rolls.
Right.
And that's for your guest with you. All right. Richard, Fig Jam knows this room is one of the pictures that you copied out.
Oh. What was it labeled as? Tomb? No.
Let me get to it. Give me a second.
Where's my
There's
notes?
a crypt. 'Cause I know there was a few things.
Ah, here they are. So you remember her saying that this was a bad sign, that this is the very heart of darkness, his home, his source. It is his center and his life. It is the one place to which he must return, is what she said to you.
Oh.
Might
I'm
want to put the lid
remembering
back
quite
on.
vividly what
Found his
Bill put in the
bedroom
Discord.
or whatever. Yeah. This is not a great place to be.
Well, we're here.
It's still not a great place to be, even if we are here.
Are we lifting the lid off, or what's happening on that? Is the lid half an inch off?
The
Not
lid
at all.
looks like it has not been disturbed or moved in the least bit.
Are we going to go ahead and?
Oh,
That sounds like a stupid idea. That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what's got us this far.
yeah. It's supposed to be on the secret door, so
I think
What could
we're
go wrong?
popping the lid up, just as Fig Jam is saying. This is a really terrible place to be. We're kind of holding it, going, "Oh shit!" Now what?
yeah, I grabbed my side and
Yep, we give it a
Does
few
anything
goes,
come out? Any stale air or gas?
All right,
or-
so you guys are going to try and lift this lid.
Yeah,
Dion,
let's do it.
what strength modifier do you have, if any?
A 0.
Okay. Fig Jam, what strength modifier do you have?
I didn't think I was lifting it.
Oh, you're
I
not?
thought
Okay,
they
if
had
you're not
already
helping.
started.
No,
I
no.
thought they had started to lift it before I got there.
Okay,
because
no,
I was the
that's
last
fine.
one in.
Okay, so let's leave you out of this. Darby, what is your strength bonus?
Let's leave you that. That's not
I
a good
don't
thing
have
to
any.
say.
What's that?
No, I don't have.
Don't
I
have any.
the strength
All
money.
right.
God,
My God.
Jazz, what strength bonus do you have?
I got a +2.
Okay,
Oh,
that's not bad.
wow.
Ow.
And Galen, what strength bonus do you have?
Zip.
Nothing. Okay. Well, in that
So
case,
long, jazz band. You'll get the burn.
It
He
all
lifts us
tilts
up
to
with
one
it.
side.
okay. Well, the three,
Watch your feet.
well, the four of you that are lifting it, all of you guys go ahead and make me strength checks.
Do I get my bonus on that?
No, you just need to roll under or equal to your strength.
All right. Oh shit.
Right.
Oops.
You guys actually do get it to shift a little, but between the four of you, let's see, we have 1, 2. Did Dion? You failed, right? You had to have failed. Your strength can't be higher, or yeah.
Do we want to blow a reroll on jazz band?
You need one more person to succeed. So if somebody
jazz
wants to
band's got
spend,
the best bet. So if you want to sort of reroll, you've got the highest chance of winning.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing him trapped in the coffin with that
Yeah.
20.
Well, he has to open the lid first before we can trap him in there.
Oh, I suppose.
if
so.
you want to spend, if somebody wants to spend the reroll, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Otherwise, we'll drop it on our fingers.
Mhm.
There you
Okay, you made
There
it.
you go.
So you guys barely are able to get, and you're not even actually able to lift it off. You're able to more like slide it enough that there's a good gap on there. Now, do you want to keep going until you just push it off the edge, or do you want
Oh,
to
we'll
just?
have a.
like-
Can we look in at the moment?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
anything coming out? Gas, stale air?
It smells
reading of the dead.
horrible. You shine your light in there, and what you see is dirt, and bits and fragments of bone. There's gleaming chainmail. There's a mace that still seems to be in great condition despite being entombed for who knows how long. Everything else must have been cloth and has disintegrated.
I got my
There's
arm
also a
raised. Keep going.
crown. There's also a crown. It's just a thin circlet of just shiny metal. Not sure what yet until somebody wants to get in there closer to look at. That's just laying like just slightly above where the chainmail shirt is.
I got
Also,
dibs on the mace.
so
Mace, I want the-
with Fig Jam like not immediately on top of it and kind of off to the side a little, and your guys looking in with the light shining, Fig Jam, you notice that there's a little bit of light playing out of a crack at the bottom left of the tomb. Like you can see their light shining through.
Neat. Now, as players, we know what this is. I'm just trying to keep that knowledge separate.
I don't know what it is.
Did you share your interpretation of what the lid said? I didn't actually hear if you did or not.
Yeah.
You did to Derby. I don't know if you said anything
Okay.
else.
Well,
Oh, yeah, the
if you
others
read
were
that, then
upstairs.
you know it's a tomb. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's keep going. I mean, there's chainmail, mace, crowns.
Oh, now Fig Jim's turned up at this point and said, "Hey, that's a bad place."
You're taking it off. Finish taking it off.
We can. I just want to get the mace. Someone else can have the crown. Who wants the chainmail?
There's enough of an opening that you can get in there and rummage around. But do you want to leave the lid intact, or are you going to keep pushing it off?
I'll leave it. Where if I can grab the mace, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste
You
any
can
energy.
reach the chainmail shirt, the mace, and the circlet easily enough. There's also several inches of soil in the bottom of the coffin, which you can't get. If you want to root through that, you can't reach all of it.
I'm thinking I pull the stuff out and then we slide the lid closed again.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as a bony hand doesn't grab my wrist.
All right. So you start rooting through it. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Grab the mace. is
Roll
what
a
I-
d6. Just you.
There we go.
Okay, what
That's
game
pretty
is
good.
it?
That's the best result you can get. I grabbed the mace.
Yeah, simultaneous.
Ah.
All right, this is not going to be pleasant, man. Oh, they don't have it in the. Okay, hold on just a second. I got to look up something. Since this was made for first edition, not all the monsters are BX compatible. I got to look something up real quick here.
Well, we know we found a monster at least.
It's a cockroach of averageness.
Cockroach of locksmith killing.
Yeah. Plus 20 paralyzation.
Only eats locksmiths. All right.
Yeah. If my legs.
You
fly
pull.
up
What do you
straight-
grab first?
I
Chainmail.
wanted the mace.
The mace.
The
So you
mace.
grab the mace. You have it in your hand, but as you pull back your hand, you notice that your hand is covered with small maggoty-like creatures, which start to immediately burrow into the flesh of your hand and arm.
Good work.
Nice.
All
But-
right.
Can I use a?
Yeah, you can
Has
feel
anyone
it.
got a
Like
torch?
several of them have burrowed into the flesh of your wrist and arm, and like they're inside your arm, like squirming around. So that's their action. What do you do?
Well, they're already inside the arm.
There, you can see them like not fully. Some of them have burrowed like halfway in, and they're starting to go into your skin and travel up your arm.
I can pull the ones that are and go. Look at these. Let's get.
All right, so that's your action.
Somebody help
to
me.
start pulling some of them off. Some of them do
Yeah.
burrow further into your arm. Your hand is
Nice.
still got a death grip on that mace. All right, so I only needed the initiative to see if you were able to pull your hand out fast enough or not. You did not. So he comes out with this mace and then starts yelling to help. As you guys see, he pulls his arms out, and you see these little white maggots that are just starting to burrow into his flesh. You see blood just starting to run down his arms.
Anything but amputation. That's the only thing.
And what do
Can
you
I
guys do? We're not in the initiative round, so what do you guys do?
Well,
Is
can
there-
I pick a dagger and
Yeah.
try to remove it?
All right. You can remove some of the ones that are still on the outside. Roll a d4.
Ow.
I'm gonna hold his arm still because I'm sure Jazz Band's just gonna be flailing and panicking.
All right. You do a point of damage to Jazz as you have to actually dig some of them out. Now, some of them you can see are in his arm. They're traveling up towards the elbow underneath the skin.
Can we cut a hole and pull them out?
Right. Okay. well,
Anyone got any
first-
holy water? Magic spells? Do
Holy
something.
water we can do. The
Fireball.
first thing
No fireballs or amputation, thank you.
tourniquet.
No.
Okay, so
can I-
Galen,
Fire
you're
like
gonna...
venom. Tourniquet
I
on
will.
top of the arm so it doesn't travel up further.
Okay.
You
Can
know
I
what?
get a dagger and cut a hole and try and
That's
pull one
actually a really good idea. I'm
okay.
gonna.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna take my rope out and tie it like up here at the like just under the shoulder and just tie it real tight and
Ow.
just be like, Darby, keep picking them out of them.
So okay, so Galen and the sea you're like cutting off your circulation, trying to keep these little burrowing grubs from going further up your arm. You're trying to cut them out. Roll a d4. All right, take 4 more points of damage, but you do actually get several of them out with that. It's not completely out, and as you pull some of them out, you notice that you get one out, but you don't completely get it out. You kind of cut it in half. The half that's
Oh.
still in there, it grows. It turns
grows.
back, yeah, and then it goes back into the arm.
God damn it.
Okay, so the tourniquet seems to be forestalling them from reaching wherever they're heading for a moment, but it's like you cry out as they they dig deeper in to try and get away from that constriction.
You know, that
I'm
amputation,
gonna
Take 5
I'm-
points of damage as they really burrow in.
I'm getting as far as 10 off me already. Hang on.
So
We
so
can
Galen and
regrow
the
the
sea,
limb.
you're both of you guys are already kind of tied up by just
Yeah.
constricting the arm, and it's helping, it's
Yeah.
slowing things down, but you guys are still involved with that. What are you doing, Darby?
Well, so
He's got his eye on the chainmail.
It's like, I'll
Right.
just take that.
Do I see those worms?
Oh, you see them.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll try to kill one. I'm sorry, Jazz, but I think you're dying either way. So
So at
let's
this
try
point,
to remove
at
one.
this point, no more of the maggot-like creatures are on the outside of his arm. They've all burrowed inside. Your friends have killed or just swatted some of them off your arm, and they're laying on the ground. You notice that the ones that you either cut or smashed are starting to wiggle, and they break apart and they multiply.
We gotta. Maybe we should get out of the room and treat my arm away from the maggots. And anyone got any holy water?
Yeah,
water?
I have holy
Fig
water.
Jam, are you
and
doing
I have
anything?
holy oil.
Just holy water them, quick.
Fig Jam.
I've
you
already
doing
got
anything?
holes in my arm. Just pour holy water into the holes.
I mean,
Walk it off. Just walk it off.
Yeah, it'll be all right in the morning. It's just a few maggots. Don't worry about it.
So what are you guys doing?
I mean,
Holy water.
yeah.
Holy water, the holes.
Pour holy water down the holes, I
All right.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. It flushes the wound channel out, and little bits of some of the maggots do come out, which is probably good, because as they hit the floor, you see these little slivers of maggots start to grow, increase in size, and become another whole maggot. Now, the problem with all of this is that you've got this multiplying mass of these maggots on the ground, and they start to start wiggling their way towards the rest of you.
Let's take this upstairs.
Who's got a torch then if we need fire?
And so
I have
nobody's got a
torch.
torch lit because you guys have been using the amulets.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I have flint and steel.
Back in the one room, K60, remember there are oil lamps that are lit already.
Oh, well, we can just go back to that room then. And let's get
Yeah.
out of here. I don't want to deal with these things on the floor. Just hand the edges of the rope to Jazzman. Here, hold this tight.
Yeah. Jazzman, you can feel them. They're starting to come up over the joint deep inside your arm, and they're making their way towards your chest.
Wait, I was
Now they-
pouring the holy water
Yep.
into the holes.
Yep. And
So
it-
it should have followed it all
yeah,
the way
yeah,
down.
yeah.
there.
So it's flushing out the smaller ones, but it doesn't. The holy water itself doesn't seem to
Okay,
affect them.
fine.
You just cleaned out
You
the
could use
channel.
regular water.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Didn't have regular water. But hey, there we go.
Quick, somebody pee in his arm. No.
Yeah.
It's either going to go for the heart or the brain. So,
Good
Yeah,
thing
I'll
Jazz
get-
has neither. No.
Do
Oh.
maggots count as animals?
I'll run up to pick up a lantern.
put a sleep spell on them.
They might. Never really encountered them before, so you wouldn't know.
Because they've got a potion of control animal. So
Does that work on bugs?
that's the question. Is we'll do what maggots count as. And I can't find the spell anywhere to double check any of the what it's supposed to do. And it might just do one of them as well, as opposed to a whole mass.
So you guys
Okay,
are all
you
backing
control one.
back into K60 then to the well-lit room.
Yeah.
Okay, so your guest is still kind of standing there waiting. She didn't want to go in to the passage.
Oh, great.
So you come
Thanks
out.
for-
Tell me what you do.
Well, I'm kind of dealing with the maggot situation.
Well,
I'm gonna light a torch with the oil lantern
mm-hmm.
and be like, someone dig that thing out. I'm gonna fry it.
There's a lot of them. It's not just a, it's many.
Yeah. At this point, digging them out might be difficult. You could do it.
I mean, not doing anything is not an option. I guess.
Yeah, I'll give Jazz a healing potion for now.
Okay. Yeah.
There is something I'm going to try, and I don't think it's going to work, but it's better than anything else doing at the moment.
Take back
Become
5 hit points.
human, and as I touch
yes.
my
Okay.
holy symbol to him.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It seems like these are not.
Undead.
Yeah, they're not. They don't. They seem to be some sort of animal versus something that's undead or unnatural.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna take a dagger and start digging in. I'm gonna use one of the thin blade ones, so it's more like precision-y, I guess.
So you can have 5 hit points back, Jazz.
Okay, cool.
But it's also kind of a deficit as well because those wounds heal.
Uh-oh. Trapping the maggots inside.
Yeah.
Dig more holes. Come
Yep.
on.
So roll a d4. Like you're just going at his arm, just cutting it open. Take 3 points of damage.
Ay.
He
Alright.
seems to be pretty on point though. He does spear like one of the ones that were making their way high up into your arm and pulls it out. Drops it to the floor. Do you do anything special with it after you pull it out of his arm?
Torch it.
All right.
Just poke it with the torch. Just
So when you torch it, it like convulses and it just shrivels up like very quickly, like paper in flames.
Oh, I got a
Goodness,
great idea.
goodness,
Jazz band, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just one hand touches him on the back for like a little bit of a bro hug. I'm so sorry, and the other hand just touches the torch right up into the arm. Just
Yeah. Okay.
Roll
roll a
burn my arm.
d6, Dion.
4.
I'll take 4 more points of damage, but that actually seems to help. Like you get it right into the wound channel you just cut open. And you didn't even have to make exact contact with the grubs that were left. It's just the proximity of the fire just causes them to shrivel up. It's like, yeah, they seem to be dead, Jazz. The bodies are still in your arm, dead.
Cauterize the wound.
Yeah. Your arm is just a mess. I mean, they had like vertical slashes all up the arm. You're bleeding everywhere, and now the flame was put to it, which stopped the bleeding.
Oh, that's good. Won't get infections. Haven't we got any of that magical butter? Was it butter or honey from the? Can I spread some of that on my arm?
Yeah, we've still got D8 potions. Yeah.
I'd like to put some of that honey on the
You've
burns.
got one.
I do.
It was the wax.
Just make sure you mark
it
it off your
wax?
inventory. Yeah, it's honey wax. Like you have a honeycomb basically, and if you get that all up in the wound, go ahead and roll the d8.
All right, lovely jubbly.
Wait for the one.
Curse me.
4 points back.
4
More
points
importantly, it has magical properties, so it does actually heal the flesh, heals the burn. There's still some
nice.
internal damage, but it's you're not going to be disfigured for life.
Yeah.
Never able to hold a lockpick again.
Yeah.
I'm still holding the mace.
You had the mace grip the entire time.
It didn't let go, not once. All right, well done. So I have to maybe I pass Deanne, one of my little gems from the previous adventure. Well done, son.
Nice.
Wait, I got a gem.
Yeah, I'll give you a gem for saving
yeah.
mine.
I got 1 gem.
So Darby, make me an intelligence check.
Oh. It's not my best stat.
Okay.
Oh, that's a failure.
The mace is it's heavy. It's fairly unadorned. It's got a big round head. Shaft comes down. Again, there's this encircling dragon along the shaft. The shaft is also made of the same kind of dark grayish kind of metal. It doesn't feel like steel. Doesn't feel like iron. You're not sure what it is actually, but it's quite heavy. And other than the dragon or serpent that twines around the metal haft, there's no other decoration to it. The bulbous end, though, is stained in many areas.
Okay.
Stained with dried blood? What?
Don't know.
Does it feel? Are we talking about the mace? Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Does it feel lighter than it should be, or heavier?
It
than
feels
it should
heavier
be?
than it should be.
And I give
Well-
it a few swings. Does
And
it
it
feel
barks like a
clumsy?
dog. No, it's
like when you wave your
especially
arms around.
if you're not good with maces, it feels very ungainly, very heavy. I mean, it's just moving it around in the air doesn't really do anything. Nothing's produced from that. You'd have to be a pretty strong fellow to. Actually, you're a plus
I am
2.
pretty strong.
Yeah, you could actually wield this. Yeah, but it does feel
Yeah.
like ungainly heavy. It
I
feels
asked
denser
some of
than
my-
it should be.
Can any of the magic people tell me
I
if
was going
it's
to say,
magical?
before all of this worm-related fun happened, I was going to start concentrating, but
Yeah, kind of got distracted.
Got distracted a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, there's something I want to do as well, but yeah, just when we have more than a second to deal with things.
Indeed.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll watch. I'll watch. For
Oh, and somebody should
monsters.
torch all of those worms that were in.
That's one of
on
the things
floor
I'm going to
now.
be doing because I got
Oh,
all
you're
of
going to
that
be
down to
doing
the
that.
crypt.
Good.
I'll go with Galen.
All right.
Because I have the lit torch, so we might as
Well,
well.
I was going to also get my own lit torch.
Okay.
So
I'll go.
C and Galen go back to the crypt. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, why you gotta say it like that? Now I don't want to go. Wait.
Just so we're
It's also
clear.
information that
No,
hasn't
I'm
been
gonna
passed
go.
on to
I'm
us
gonna
either.
go. You can turn undead. I trust you. I trust my party. I'm going with Galen.
I don't. I'm only half the priest I normally am.
All right. So enacting your magical vision takes 10 minutes. Other people are doing their thing while this is happening. Make me an intelligence check. Actually, are you at least +2 on intelligence, Fig Jam?
He is. He's really intelligent. He
Yes,
is.
I am a +2.
All right. It's not enchanted. You have actually seen this before. Yes, because some of your
Wolfsbane.
other party members have it. It's like a void that can contain magic. It's not currently containing anything, but it's something that a spell can be cast upon, and it will hold it.
Oh.
Wow, that's very interesting. Okay.
Spell storing.
Hmm.
All right.
So to your magical vision, it just looks like a black hole in the shape of a
It
mace.
sucks in my
Yeah.
vision. Yeah.
You've seen rings of spell storage in that because Rednor definitely has a couple.
You've got a couple of party members that have rings made out of something similar.
Well, I mean, I am going to be keeping up that as well, so that I can examine the other things in the
You coming back down the crypt?
eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, when I
Eventually.
mean, it takes me 10 minutes, and I assume you're going to
Yeah.
burn out all of the things before that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to look through the ossuary with the magic site, because I'm sure you can find some nice little who's and what's.
All the bones are
Yeah.
magical as well. They're going to come
Oh,
to life
no.
now.
Do you do that? Do you go into the crypt with your magical sight
that
on?
is what I'm going to be doing with my.
All right. Two things. One, roll me a D percentage.
Oh no.
48.
Each of the cubby holes do radiate magic. See how much I want to say here. They radiate magic you've come to associate with divinity, with the divine, much like what Galen produces as a magical effect.
So possibly these are all dead clerics of some description.
And the one thing that you find that does radiate magic other than this is buried in the bone shards and ashes in one cubby hole. Do you want to root through and dig it out?
I'll get somebody to stick a flame in there first, just to be sure, and then
Okay. Yeah, the flames. Some of the bone dust ignites a little bit just because it's very
it's so
fine.
fine.
But nothing untoward happens. You dig around a little bit, and it's a gold tooth that's radiating the magic. Very, very small amount of magic, but it's magical. It's been enchanted.
Well, I guess I'll collect that.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I-
Pocketed. 1 gold tooth.
Exactly. Yeah.
32 more and you could have a grill. Or 31 more. All right. You guys stamped out the rest of the grubs. They burn easily. It's literally like paper to a flame. They go up.
Right.
So again, you have this tomb in the center of the room here, partially open.
What I want to do is, because it is a tomb and it's burial crypt, what have you, and there's other information that we haven't been told yet. I do want to do like a full-on burial blessing and place in / bury one of the amulets that we have in there.
So a blessing of
Well,
an
it's-
area is a ritual. This will take hours. Do you want to do that? Like a cleansing
theme,
ritual to
I
cleanse an
guess.
area, or a cleansing blessing to cleanse an area is a ritual that takes time. You can do it, but it does take time. The mace barks in anticipation. Does Fig Jam lower his magical sight, or do you peer into the tomb?
No, the point was to go and look at the other
Yeah.
items that are in there.
Once Fig Jam has come and sort of checked out what's going on and magically, then I'll make my decision as to whether or not I
Okay.
do the full-on, rather than just sort of say a quick prayer, a couple of Holy Marys, sort of then let it and walk away.
Both the chain and the circlet are made of the same materials. The circlet seems to still hold a spell.
Ah,
As far as exactly what kind would take magical research to figure out.
Okay. So yeah, I will tell everybody this. And Jazz, if you didn't hear, it's a mace of spell storing of some description.
Spell storing. Now available at Jazzband's store for a reasonable price. Spell. Does it? Do you know if it contains any spells?
There's nothing in
currently?
there at the moment. It's
Nothing.
empty. So yeah.
But it doesn't. It doesn't do any extra damage or anything. You don't.
Not that I can tell from just looking at it. I
Yeah.
mean,
It in of itself is not magical.
Right.
all
But I
right.
won't
But it is
tell
a
whoever
huge hunk
actually-
of really dense metal that would do a lot of damage upside somebody's face.
Yeah. So.
unless they don't get affected by non-magical items.
Yeah.
Would be
All right, that's
useful
good to know.
cleric.
I might wield it for a little bit, just to.
I
Take
can't
the
wield it because I'm not strong enough to wield it.
Okay.
Sure, since we think this is a bad place, it's the heart of the enemy and whatever, I am quite happy to. Shit.
I think you should do it.
All right, you guys hear a scream from back in
Yeah.
K60. It is your, it is the burger's daughter screaming, and she runs into the corridor where you guys are, and she yells, "Wolves! Wolves! They just came out of thin air!" And you guys can hear howling in the room above.
Wolves in the room. There they are.
Yeah, right there. Terrifying wolves.
It's the damn mace that drew them here. The Lord's barking.
My dogs are role playing tonight. How many wolves then?
All right,
She
well,
ran
it's
as soon as
got-
she saw him. She's like, "I don't know. I just ran." When
Okay,
wolves
thanks.
materialize out of thin air, you don't stop to count them. You run. You run.
Yeah, that's gonna be a point.
Get our weapons out and get ready. I got my mace.
Uh,
Mind you, a mace against a wolf. I don't know.
It's not bad if you
Pull
get a
up my
good,
sword.
good blow on the head.
Yeah,
So
get
the
your
next thing
weapons
you
out,
hear
lads.
is a creak and a slam. It sounds like the door that goes back to K60 has been closed.
Ah, well, that's neat. The rules can't get in. So, pros and cons, pros and cons.
If they
Either
meant
that, or
to-
they can operate doors. I mean, we can probably get out. There's got to be a way to open it from this side.
Oh, if nothing else, brute force.
True enough, we know there's a door there now.
I'm gonna have my bow ready, and
Who gave you the bow again?
Galen gave me a +1 bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna draw an arrow.
That stacks with your magical arrows.
Okay.
I was gonna ask that
yeah,
actually.
It
Does
does.
that
It
stack?
does stack. So you draw an arrow. Give me a roll.
Yeah, because they're different sources and they're not the same type of magic, so they stack. Yeah.
5.
Okay. The tip of your arrow
So-
gets it starts turning black and then blacker and then blacker, and it's just like a point of midnight at the tip of your arrow. Not sure what it does, but it looks really intimidating.
So
I don't know
can
what
we
this
actually hear
is.
wolves in the corridor? Or?
Right now you don't hear anything.
Okay. We're deaf.
Completely deaf. The maggots got your eardrums.
Hmm.
Can I
Did you
check
kill
this?
all of the maggots?
Yeah,
Well,
all the
the ones
maggots
that
are.
were
Yeah,
out.
they've all been burned up.
Right,
Well,
all
the
the
ones
ones
that
on the
came
ground
out.
were.
On the
Did you also get the
ground,
ones
yeah.
in the thing?
Yeah.
Not necessarily what's inside the coffin.
No.
Cool.
Can I check for any secret passages or anything
Roll me a d6.
in this room?
Oh, well, actually, yeah. So before I do any ritual, what I'm going to do, and I'm not touching the circlet or the chainmail, is it? Oil, squirt that over the soil and then set it on fire because I've got a bottle of oil. So
Okay.
I'll do that.
Is this the regular oil or the holy oil?
I don't have holy oil.
Someone does.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it.
It's
Though,
holy
so
water.
if it's me, then no, this is just plain oil burning. Oil.
Yeah.
Oh no. We do have holy oil.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
The
gonna
priest
say,
gave you both. Yep.
If you
Yeah.
want the holy oil to do it, I'll give that
If you want
to
to join in with holy oil, I'm not going to stop you. But I don't have any holy oil myself. So I'm just thinking that'll be, if we are trying to burn off the maggots and stuff, it'll be. Good
So do
start.
you use your dose? See?
I mean, before they do that, if I see they're doing stuff with the crypt, I'm going to say, hey, the bottom left corner also had like light coming out of it or
What?
something earlier.
Was there a hole?
I don't
There's a
know.
crack. Yep. It's a very
Secret
fine
passage.
gap, but there's a crack in the bottom of
We
the.
say a vampire that could turn to mist could get through.
Oh,
Jazz, you took a look around the room for
Has
some
anyone got
secret
masonry?
passages. You don't seem to find any other way out of here other than the corridor back. But interestingly enough, you do find several finger-sized holes just poked into the wall as if something burrowed its way through. They're all over the place, in the walls, in the ceiling, in the floor,
In the stone?
in the stone, through the stone.
Can I hold the continual light thing and try and look into one of the holes?
Yeah, I mean, you'd only go so far because it looks like it curves inside. So there's nothing in the hole that you can see as far as the light shows.
Well, that's very strange.
Pops out and eats your eye.
That's in my eye.
2.303 bookworm.
I don't know what to do about the holes in the wall. So the only way out is to go back up and through the door, basically.
It's all you're seeing. Yeah. I mean, the one place you can't check, though, is underneath the crypt. Maybe there's something under the crypt.
A crypt beneath the crypt. A subcrypt.
yeah, I'll check the base of the sarcophagus.
Yeah, you're a dwarf. You know masonry. Can you
Yeah.
fix that patch?
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
No, you just say no, Bert.
No.
He may be a dwarf, but he's not the brightest dwarf that's ever walked the earth.
I failed.
Okay.
Looks like
Uh,
incredible stonework, other than that flaw where the
What-
stone is cracked at the base.
because we
that's
have a
all you
lot,
notice.
and we do know this, and because that's a meta thing, I suggest blowing for the rerolls from automatic success, so you can deal with this.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that. You can blow 4.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll
Uh,
reroll.
All right. So whoever's in charge of rerolls, mark off 4, and yeah, it's not designed to move. If there is something beneath this crypt, the crypt is laid on top of it, and you're going to have to move the whole thing to find out. It's not designed to. The thing
Okay.
is immensely heavy and thick. Other than the crack is the one flaw that you saw in it. Otherwise, the edges are perfect. Everything looks like it was really well made. Other than that crack in the bottom corner.
Has anyone
Can
got
the-
like a giant warhammer and just smash the crack?
Well, you kind of have one right now.
I got my big mace.
It's more fixing the crack is more the intent. Stopping it up.
No. What's beneath the crypt is the intent. Watch out for any maggots on the floor. I mean, I'd raise the mace.
Okay.
And unless anyone stops me, I'm gonna.
I'm stopping you because I'm right by the crypt. I don't want you guys to race around me. Just fix it. It's a fairly contained, sealed container.
I believe there's a crypt beneath the crypt. We should investigate.
I don't.
It's like Russian nesting crypts.
They get smaller and smaller.
Strahd's really like 2'1", and
Did we pick up the chainmail and the circular?
well,
I haven't
has anyone
touched it.
set the fire to the inside yet?
I've been trying to. I see. Are you joining me with the holy? That's what I'm waiting for.
I think I want to save the holy oil for like if we need to fight something.
I have
Okay.
regular.
So
oil.
regular oil, and you light it on
Yeah.
fire, and you see again, like there were a lot more of these maggots in the box, and they just go up in flames. After maybe a minute or so, the flames just consume all the oil, and it's flames go out. There's nothing else in there that can burn after the oil's burned off.
You as
Any
a holy
damage
oil,
to the stuff inside?
Not
The
at all.
chainmail?
Not at all.
No damage.
holy oil now may prevent need for more holy oil later. That's all I'll say.
All
An
right,
Are you
ounce of
guys
undead
interested in
protection.
that stuff?
here I hand him the thing of the holy oil.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And
All right.
Sit down.
well,
All right. There's
Oh,
no
well,
there's
fix
no
that crypt.
reaction to it, but you do put the holy oil all over the inside of the crypt. Okay.
And I'm saying, fix the crack. Seal this container away. If what we know about vampires is they have to, assuming we know we've gone through this, like the basic stuff. They have to have a crypt. So if we just seal this up, you can't use this anymore. And I want to bless the place.
Isn't the earth important to vampires? So if we just destroy the earth,
I
the
will
crypt
say
will be
that
no use.
Radnar did throw
Mm.
out a bit of that knowledge that it's a possibility. Again, Radnar didn't know if this was all mythology or not, so it may or may not be true. But yeah, we'll say that he threw that little bit of knowledge out there.
So it could just be we remove the soil
I mean,
and the
there's-
crypt
I mean,
is useless.
aren't you going to bless it, Galen?
Yeah,
Or-
I am planning on blessing it.
something.
This is just
Yeah.
doing things like burning off the maggots so I don't have to deal with them as I try to bless the place.
Right. I see.
Okay.
I mean,
But it's going to take a while, so things may happen while I'm doing this as well. That's another point.
Why don't we dig a hole in the floor to see if there's anything beneath the crypt while he's blessing it for hours?
Will someone please fix that patch? Darby,
No.
can you please fix the patch?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Can you patch
smashing
up
the
the crack?
stonework with the mace.
but it's
Yeah.
it's
I'll
in the
put- I'll
crypt. I
plug
mean,
the
you can
chain
smash
first.
the floor.
Yeah, you can't just patch stonework. I mean, that's the thing. You can fill the hole with something. If you had stone masonry tools, you might be able to sculpt it a little bit to hide the crack. But you're really talking about filling the gap with something.
I'll fill it with something.
Some of that,
Impressions.
some of the honey we let's put the honey in and set fire to it so it doesn't work
Oh.
Alright.
Get some dirt, mix it with something liquid, for example, holy oil, and shove that in the crack, and that's going to be pretty damn effective. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try this.
Yeah, you guys can take
Holy
some of
mud.
the soil from inside, make sure it's good and mixed up with the holy oil, and just kind of use it as a gap sealer inside and out. So yeah, I mean, Darby, long term, you don't think it's going to be effective because it will eventually dry out, but for now, it's a good seal.
Right, and I'll start blessing the place. Hold on to your pants because it's going to take a while, and things may happen.
Okay. So what we're doing with this, Jameis, is the bless spell can be cast as a ritual that will
Yep.
purify or consecrate an area, but it is going to
Yep.
take time. So
Yep.
roll a d4.
And this is how much time it's going to
This is
take.
how many hours it's going to take.
How many days?
You want me to roll low? We do have re-rolls. For example, I rolled a 4.
Reroll.
Okay, we have a re-roll.
You can spend
Come
4
on,
and just
4.
call it a 1. I'm fine with that too.
Well, down to 3. Do you want to spend 4 and call it a 1? It's going to be quicker than going down one at a time.
Do the 4 to do 1. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, done. It's 1
Okay.
hour. I'll take 1 hour.
So 1 hour. You need to buy him an hour to consecrate the crypt.
All right.
That's 6. I think there's 6 random encounters.
There's-
1 per 10 minutes.
I still have my arrow drawn, so I just can we close the door to this area?
Door's already been
Oh, it's already closed.
Yeah.
The wolves closed it for us.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Let's just hang
Yeah.
out. Keep an eye out. Keep watch in the area.
Okay.
I mean, if the maggots weren't all dead, I would, find some sort of container for them and balance them above the door.
Mm,
Okay. I would like everyone, including Galen, to make actually, hold on. No, he can't do that. I got to make it random. So 1, 2, 4, 5.
I've been
Six
through a
of us
lot.
down.
I'm gonna roll a d5, and it's gonna
But
go.
there's 6 of us down here, right?
Oh, there's 6 of you.
Because of the,
That's
Yeah,
right.
she's there.
Click on
Yeah,
here.
she's there too.
yeah,
You're right.
she came
You're right.
in.
She will be 6. Otherwise, it's going to be in order: Dion, Richard, Jeff, Jazz, Jameis. Okay, and she will be
Alright.
6.
Yay.
Make a
Oh,
save
he's got
versus
the
spell,
arrow.
Lassie.
He's got
What?
the arrow.
Make a save
save
versus
for
spell.
Yeah. You want Darby? You want Darby to take that?
Failure.
I'm gonna use a re-roll. I could do that, right?
You can, or you can spend 4 to make it a pass.
I got a good chance at succeeding, I think. There we go. Nat 20.
Yeah.
All right, only had to use 2. Okay, so not bad.
1.
Or 1.
One.
Only had to use 1. Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
For a moment there, you had an overwhelming desire to kill your friends.
Oh
What?
no. Guys, I think someone tried to voodoo me.
Yeah, is that any of how we normally feel though?
Oh, well, listen, I don't know if it's because we're stuck down in this crypt and you're doing little religious mumbo jumbo when we could be like not here, but I really wanted to kill everyone for a second.
All right. You guys hear after this fails to work, you guys hear the door just being bashed in. Go ahead and roll a d6. This is initiative. Let's have Dion roll it.
Heck yeah.
Out of combat.
That's a 3. Oh no.
Galen, if you are forced to, well, you can defend yourself, but if you take damage, it's going to interrupt your ritual. Okay. 3 simultaneous. Okay. The wolves come flooding into the corridor. Looks like there's 6 of them.
Shoot.
Yeah, we start at range, so Dion, you can.
Pew, pew,
I mean, they're
pew.
still going to be able to close, but go ahead and make your shot.
Yeah. Now
You got the void arrow going.
in this one, I only can shoot 1 arrow a turn, right?
Yes, in this game.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, just making
Yeah.
sure.
You got the +1 from
All
the
right,
bow.
and this is short range, which
Mhm.
I think that's already plugged in, right? Yeah, that's already plugged in. So
Should have a pretty good chance of hitting.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that hits.
Yeah.
and that's
That
the
hits.
dark arrow.
Right. So one of the arrow hits the wolf, and at
Mhm.
first it doesn't seem like it does anything, but on its breastplate where it hits, the black of the arrowhead just starts to grow over the wolf until the whole wolf is covered with it, and then it's like there's a poof, an implosion as the wolf is just sucked into like a little mini black hole, and like blood goes flying as it's sucked. Its matter is compressed into like a little 1-inch
That's
cube.
my favorite. I better roll 5 all the time.
Yep.
Oh my god.
This is simultaneous, but I'm going to say ranged attacks will negate. Like if you kill it on your ranged attack, it won't get to have its attack because it would have had to move to get to you. So anyone else got a ranged attack they want to shoot off or do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or magic.
shoot an
I
arrow.
didn't ask, but I'll allow magic too.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm casting. So
Yep. Well, let's start with you. Richard, what are you casting?
sleep.
Sleep.
Don't know if it'll work, but going to hit.
Yep.
2d8 worth of
Good
4 hit
solid.
die creatures.
Good solid spell.
So I just need to roll 2d8s, I guess.
You technically I'm casting as well, but it doesn't quite count.
So 10 hit dice worth of creatures.
10 hit dice. So let me think about this for a second. Okay, 2 drop. So
That'll do.
there are 3 left. Does anyone else got a ranged attack?
Yeah.
All right, Darby.
I'll shoot an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And
That'll miss, unfortunately. Yep.
arrow.
Jazz, do you have a ranged attack?
Oh, I'm clutching my mace of destruction.
Right,
Ready.
waiting for it to come in. Is anyone taking any action to protect Galen? Let's start with that.
I'm gonna be standing in between the wolves and Galen, so I'm in the
Right.
way.
Yep. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm hoping they're all over near the corridor door, and so they're between me and the wolves because I'm over at the crypt. But I can't.
Yeah, we can. That's fine. We're at theater of the mind, so that's how you're set up then. So let's say the crypt is going like this. He's at the foot end of the crypt, and you guys are at the head end of the crypt where the tunnel is. So let's just go with that. Means when the wolves crash in, it's going to crash. We're going to do. Let's see. Let me just roll here real quick. All right. So Dion, they bypass you, and there's one on Fig Jam, one on Darby, and one on Jazz.
Ah!
Haven't I been through enough?
Yeah,
You
so
get
each
free
of these
pass.
rolls is +2, so they all miss. A 7, a 5, and an 8. So yeah, I mean they launch themselves at you, and these things are huge. Like shoulder height comes to somewhere around mid chest level on Fig Jam. All like fur and teeth. Oh, actually, sorry, they have 2
Yeah.
We'll
attacks.
do that
They
thing
have
where they
2
try to squeeze
attacks.
through the corridor at the same time. And
All right, so that's the bite, which they missed. This is the claw. So 13, 15. That might actually hit you, and that's going to be Jazz. Jazz, what's your armor class?
6.
Yep, that hits. All right, so
Okay.
they rake you with their claws. Take 5 points of damage.
All right.
All right, so that was simultaneous. That all happened at once. Next round is anyone casting this round?
no,
Other than
they've
Galen.
still got the physical attacks from Jazz.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Physical attacks. So, Jazz, why don't you swing that mighty mace?
Oh yeah. It's
Just sleep spell go off, Richard.
It did. He
It did,
dropped.
yeah, he got
he
2 of
dropped 2 of them.
Okay.
mace of wolf
Just
killing.
yeah, melee attack, and then go ahead
Do I get any bonuses?
to the attack. No,
I
it's
get
not
+2.
magical.
+2.
Yeah, just whatever
Yeah, but my
your
strength,
melee
doesn't my
attack is.
strength
Your
give me
strength bonus
+2?
helps, but there's no magical bonus.
All right. So I get the bonus then on the roll.
Yeah, the
+2?
+2 strength bonus.
All right. Here we go.
That's gonna
Gosh.
miss. Yeah,
Ah,
it's gonna get a little time to get used to how heavy and massive this thing is. So you miss. Who else was set up for a physical attack? Nobody else. Everybody else shot or
Yeah,
did
that's
magic.
it.
Okay, so-
What's she doing?
oh,
is she attacking?
yeah. You know what? She drew her rapier. She'll attack.
Not that we
Why
can
not?
remember her
Yeah, why
name,
not?
but
Oh no, she misses completely. She does the thing where she
Phew.
covers her eyes and she does this with the sword.
we defeat the wolves and turn around to find out that Galen has been filleted.
Nice.
Mm.
All right, new round. Is anyone casting? And you're all in melee now except for Galen.
I'm not a melee. You said they went around me.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're not in melee,
Yeah.
but everyone else is. So shooting into a melee regardless.
Not this time. No casting this time.
Yeah,
I'll
no
switch
casting.
weapon.
Right. So Jeff, why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
I roll a 1.
5. They go first. Okay, so they are not going to change targets, so it's going to be Richard, Jeff, and Jazz. 2 attacks.
Ah,
This is the first one, the bite. These are +2 each. So that again, Jazz, you're going to get bitten.
oh my
Yeah.
god, yes.
This one's going to hurt.
What's your...
Okay, take 7 points of damage and make me a save versus poison.
I'm down to 1 hit point.
Oh my god.
One's all you need. You're fighting fit.
What do I do? Is it a D20 for save versus?
Save versus poison,
thinking?
right? You can click it on your sheet or just roll a d20, and you need to equal or higher than what your number is for save versus poison.
The number is 13.
Okay.
There we go.
Nothing immediately happens.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Reroll or auto success or something, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, you can any roll that you make, you can spend those rerolls on. Eat them up. Come on, burn up those rerolls.
You should. You should.
Yeah, shall I go for a reroll?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to hit 13 or thereabouts. All right, here we go.
Nope.
Oh my god.
So I got
That's
one higher.
improving.
So if you keep doing that
Only,
every turn,
only 6 more rolls to get that.
Burn all you want.
So I do 3rd time's a charm?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Here we go. There we go.
Okay, so you burn 2. Okay.
We're down to
good enough.
19.
All right, and I don't think any of the rest of those hit. So, okay, here's their second attack, the claw attack. Again, each of these are +2. Oh!
ow,
Ow, Richard.
ow.
Well, actually,
You're lucky we're not doing crits.
Richard and Jeff both get hit here. It's raking claw comes across your side, 3 points of damage, shreds your clothes a little bit, but not too bad.
Oh, I like these robes.
Jeff, he just comes up on its hind legs and just rakes you with both of its paws right down the front of your body. Take 8 points of damage.
Oh. There's. Okay,
How many of these wolves are there in
Just
the room
3.
with us?
Just 3 left. There's 2 asleep. 1 got sucked into an interdimensional cube.
I don't know
He
if
will
we can
come back and
survive
ask
3.
you if you want to see some delights in a bit. All right, next
we're gonna-
round. No, actually, your turn. You guys get to go. No magic declared. Dion, you had your bow out, but no arrow
Yeah.
knocked. But you would be shooting into melee with anybody right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I draw the arrow.
A 1. Okay. You
Yo.
draw it, and there's like green noxious fumes that are coming off the end of the arrow.
All right, and I take aim and shoot at the
Which
one
one?
on.
Yeah.
Oh, you might get poisoned after all, Jess.
Wait, noxious fumes? I've
Noxious
drawn this
fumes,
one
yeah.
before. I've drawn this one before. I know it leaves a lingering cloud.
Yes.
I'm not going to shoot it yet.
Okay. If you want to hang on to it, that's fine. You
Yeah.
can't do anything else though, other than move. Like you could move back or forward if you wanted to. But both of your hands are being taken up by that bow and drawn arrow.
Oh,
Am I
even suggest,
able?
can I
Oh,
suggest anything, or am I too tied up with my casting?
I don't mind party talk. I don't have a problem with it. So
Shoot the sleeping wolves. 'cause
I
they're
was
away and
thinking
you can guard
that.
'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna shoot one of the sleeping wolves.
okay. Just roll. As long as you don't roll
Pew.
a 1. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So 4 damage is enough to wake up the one that you hit. Yes, there's this cloud of green bilious fumes that come up. They will take damage each round from poison. The other one that's asleep is still asleep, will probably die of poisoning. The other one though is now awake, has more than enough hit points to weather through this, but is getting poisoned each round. All right, so that was your turn, Darby.
Yeah, I'll switch weapons.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Draw my sword.
Mhm.
And is it an enchanted creature or
Is it a what?
not? An enchanted creature?
It's a really big wolf. That's all you know.
Okay. I'll strike it with the sword.
Okay.
Dice bonus.
I hit AC 8.
Yeah, that hits. 7 points of damage. Its
nice.
hide is a lot more resistant than you expect. Like you expect it to gut this thing, and you do draw just a slash across its abdomen, but it's nowhere near as effective as you thought it should be. All
Okay.
right, so that's your turn. Richard.
Oh dear. Well, I guess I'm going to start using the small stabbing stick of stabbiness to get rid of this.
Yeah, it's the corpse poking stick.
Well, hopefully there'll be corpses after I have poked them. Yes, that is the idea. So, yeah,
Hits it.
Their AC
You do
8
some
or what
damage to it.
was-
Yeah, it looks more pissed off than anything else. It's like,
but that was maximum damage.
all right,
Aw.
Jazz, you're up.
Woohoo! With my last remaining hit point, I pick up the mace and I take a swing.
All right,
Let's do it. What the hell?
+2 for your strength.
Yep.
11. Okay, so let me figure this. So that hits an armor class of. Okay, yeah,
It should, because the stake is like 17.
yeah, actually, you just hit it. Now, here's the interesting thing about the mace. It is very heavy and very dense and does a lot more damage than a normal mace does. Roll me a d10.
Woohoo!
Mace is usually a D6, just
Yeah.
for comparison.
Yeah. I
You
love
can't
that.
you,
Roll a
you
one.
can't even wield this thing unless you've got a strength of +2. So, all right,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
So
very-
you crush that mace into the side of this wolf's head. It looks a little surprised, but it just kind of spits out blood from its mouth and it just stares you down and starts growling. Galen
Right,
How does it
continues.
feel to only do as much damage as a
Yeah.
Weasley?
Yeah.
Little
What the
bitty
hell?
stick, huge mace, same damage. All right, so that's round. Galen
Rapier
continues.
girl?
What's that?
Rapier girl?
Oh yeah, yep. Oh hey,
That's a hit.
yeah, it is. She's going to help out Jazz.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
That's a help.
okay, yeah. She runs her rapier like just right through the side of the wolf, and it digs deep into it. He yelps and jumps back a little bit. It looks badly wounded. It actually looks like it's going to turn and flee, but then it doesn't.
Huh.
All right. Next round, Galen's still chanting. Let's see. Oh, Richard, why don't you roll for your side? Is anyone casting this round? Which would be a bad idea for Richard since he's in melee. But
It would be a bad idea for everybody, seeing as I've only got Fireball.
yep.
And I
Five.
can give you a 5 on the
Okay.
D6. So
2, you guys go first. Dion has a ranged weapon, and there's no magic, so let's do Dion first. What are you shooting at, Dion?
I'm pulling out the arrow and I drew
Another
a
poison.
one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm shooting the same one because he
Sure.
didn't move yet.
Yeah, go for it.
So, pew.
That hits,
Oh,
and you do
nice.
some damage. All right, it will take its poison damage on its turn, so right now it's still up.
Oof,
Okay.
he's resilient.
All right. Richard, you've got one clawing and biting at you still?
I would like to change weapons if I can.
Yes, you can. That's free.
I
You can
have.
have one interaction. That's free.
All right. I have a staff on my back,
Mm-hmm.
which I will be swapping for that. And this is a magically enchanted staff called Buddy Staff of Striking. Let's see if it hits.
Hits.
It hits.
Yep.
And it also does 2d6 damage.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
Because as it uses up a charge of
Yeah.
this. I have no idea how many charges.
You
it
don't.
has.
You don't.
So I will just find out using Buddy Staff of Striking. So take.
Same damage as your pointy stick. No, a little bit more. 6
No,
points
so
of damage.
that's well, no, it's the damage of the staff and
Oh,
the
combined.
thing,
Oh,
isn't it?
okay. Yeah. Your
so 11.
your staff comes down like a sledgehammer and just flattens the wolf. It bursts its cranium on the stone floor below it, and there's just wolf goo everywhere. All right, well, let's go next to let's see how the dwarf is handling things. How's Darby doing? Go for it.
Yeah. Strike again. That's
Hits
52.
6 points of damage. Okay, it's still up. It actually makes a a little like cry, a whelp, and it looks like again it starts to back up, but then something happens to cause it to dig in and keep coming forward. All right, so Jazz, 1 hit point wonder. What are you doing, Jazz?
I'm gonna smack it again, I
All right.
guess. In for a penny, in for a pound. So here we go. Bosh.
Oh, well, that definitely hits. Go ahead and do your damage. It's actually a D10 plus 2. You get your strength bonus on the damage.
All right, nice.
Okay. With the rapier strike to its heart last round, that 3 points is enough to finish it off. You swing wide. You hear the crack of its skull, and it just drops lifeless to the ground.
Nice.
All right.
Teamwork.
Now, unfortunately, the poisoned wolf that's been hit now with an arrow leaps at Galen. All right, I need to make 2 rolls here because it needs to leap a fairly far distance. So this is its
Does he
dex
take
check.
the poison damage before or at the end of his turn?
Yeah, you're right. Let me roll the poison first. It makes its dex check. It suffers poison damage. It's got 1 hit point left.
Oh my god.
All right, now it needs an attack roll. Okay. Let's see, Jameis, are you there or not?
Perfect, it misses.
All right, let me just look at his character sheet real quick. I'm not convinced
No,
that
no,
actually...
Galen phases out of existence as the wolf jumps out. That's what I'll say.
I'm actually not convinced that hits. So I need to take a look here real quick at Galen's sheet. Because I think Galen is wearing chain.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a better AC than me.
Tell you what, let's just move on, and we'll ask him when he comes back. I can't find his sheet fast enough. So you went, they went, new round. Darby, why don't you roll? 3.
Armor class 2 for
Roll the 3,
Galen.
yeah.
Armor class 2 on Galen?
Yep.
Misses.
Ooh.
3. Simultaneous. Okay, so you guys saw the wolf leap at Galen, and Galen just did a little sidestep. His armor class includes any dex bonus, and it just misses, but it doesn't seem to interrupt him. He's still chanting. The flow never stops. But this is all at once. Everything that happens now happens all at once. So let's start with the person who has the missile device first.
Pew.
You gonna draw an arrow?
Yup.
Okay. Now he is
Bing.
technically engaged with Galen, so that's a
Yup.
miss, but not a 1.
Well, no, that's the arrow.
that's
that
the
I'm
arrow.
Drawing.
Oh, okay. I need to look a 5
It's the
up.
best one again.
Yeah,
Void.
yeah, that's the
the-
one. You get the
So
void
either
arrow.
I'm either putting our cleric through a black hole or the
Good
wolf
one.
through a black hole. I might use our re-rolls. just putting that out there.
Yeah.
All right. Roll to hit. I think
You
I hit it.
You do. And it does the same thing. There's no damage on this particular arrow. It just gets sucked into...
Just shower a cleric in blood while
Yeah.
he's doing a blessing ritual. This is
He
fine.
gets some in his mouth. It's just in there.
Mm.
All right, so there's only one other wolf still standing. It's the one on... wait, no, hold on. Jazz dropped his. So there's 2 standing. There's one on Richard. No, Richard killed
did-
his.
my
So
one
the only
died
one that's left
straight
is the
to
one on
his
Jazz.
mouth.
Or not Jazz, on
Darby.
Darby. So Darby, why don't you go ahead and see if you can finish this wolf off? It's whining, it's panting. You can tell it doesn't want to be here, but it's being forced to.
Let's try to kill it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Not enough damage though, but you do hit. You slash at it. It cuts. It bleeds. It whines. So
It strikes.
yeah. Well, not yet. Everybody else gets their turn as well. It's still going to get to strike though. So Richard, do you want to do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stab it. I'm gonna change back to the stabbing stick.
Yep.
Stab, 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 rather than smash with the staff.
Stabbity stab.
Go for it.
Stabbity stab.
That's my hobo stabbing stick. Ah, I think I miss horribly with.
Not horribly, but you do miss. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so Jazz, do you want to do something? The only one still, well, no, so the one that's nearby is the one that's on Darby.
I'm
And
gonna
there's
run
one
up and
asleep.
swing. Aim for the back of the head.
Sure, go ahead.
The wolf's head.
never liked you, Darby.
Yeah. What a terrible mistake.
You have
Then I get the
chance,
gem.
right?
And I get the
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want. When I thought.
Right.
9, 10, 11.
11.
No, you miss.
Damn
So
it.
I think that's everybody then.
And it should hit at least AC 8.
All right,
11.
so yeah, so that misses, and now what
How
happens?
does it miss?
The one. It's an 11.
It's an 11.
Yeah.
Which will hit at least AC 8.
6, I think he hits.
I don't know what his Thaco is. It should be better than even at Thaco 19, it's an 8. So
Yeah, hold on, let me check something here because.
and 8s have been hitting previously.
Yep, yeah, you're right. Yep, I had to go back and look to see what I had given that. You're right. So go ahead and do your damage. D10 plus 2.
D10 plus. This is it. I'm going to
On
crush
another
it.
one.
Yeah, better not be. Oh, this is this missed.
That's
wants to
actually
buy a
enough
mace?
from the damage that it took from Darby and a few other beatings, so it goes down. But this is a simultaneous turn, so it will get a final attack on Darby.
But it turns at the last second and mauls Jazz Band.
Oh my gosh! That's the first attack. That's the bite attack too. 9 points of damage. Make a save versus
Ow.
poison.
Okay. Save versus
He's a dwarf, he
poison.
can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwarves are good against that poison thing. It's all the beer they drink.
Oh.
Oh, he fails.
Take the reroll. Go
Yeah.
ahead and take
Yeah,
a
I'll
reroll.
Yeah.
take a reroll.
Wow, a 6 or more. Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Wow,
Yeah.
dwarf.
to be honest, the best character to take in many ways is a dwarf because you get just as good as a fighter and your saves are ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah.
And it rakes you with its claws on its second attack. 1 point, and then it's slaughtered. Now, Dion, you killed the other one with a bow. This is simultaneous, but I'm going to say a bow is faster than melee, so I'm going to say you killed it before it can get its attack on Galen.
Okay.
The last one. So it's quiet. All the puppers are
Coup de
down.
grace! Coup de
I'm
grace!
gonna go to the sleeping one and coup de grace it.
Okay. It looks like it's already dead.
Oh, cool. I suffocated it.
Yeah. Poison. Okay. All right. So you still got a while to go.
Yeah, is
Galen
there any way to barricade the door back up?
Well, they splintered it when you go out there and look, so you'll have to drag something up here. Like there's a
Uh,
bed
well,
that's in case it's
There's wolf bodies.
pile
Yeah,
the wolves high and deep.
Pile the wolves right on top of that wall. Just drag them over and yeet.
And you said they're really large creatures, so yeah.
But what closed the door?
It could have just also been just a time mechanism thing, no idea. Oh, someone want to fill me up and grab from my pack one of my D8 potions to pass to Jasmine?
Yes, please.
Yeah, him.
Oh,
and-
the way you've been rolling, mate, you're gonna get another one hit win back.
him and Darby are pretty beaten up, pretty badly.
Yeah. But I'll take a vial of honey.
Now before, oh, this is actually perfect. Who's getting the vial out of the backpack?
Well, Jasmine probably because he wants it. So
Yeah.
Jazz,
Go on then.
roll a
I've only got one
d6.
hit.
Roll a
Maybe.
d6, Jazz.
Ha! What's inside his bag?
what's inside my bag?
Oh, here we go. 2.
Okay. Roll a d6 for initiative. Just you for this round.
Do I get? Oh, I get a plus.
You do. Since it's individual, you
plus
get yours.
I get my plus. What is it? What is mine?
It's based on your dex.
Yep.
Is it based on
Yeah.
dex?
Yeah, based
Plus
on
one
dex.
to
Plus one.
initiative. Plus
All right.
one I get. All right, here we go. D6 plus 1.
Come on, 7. Come on, 7.
Yes, 7. 4.
Okay. You still go first. Just out of the corner of the eye, as you're heading towards Galen's backpack, you see Irene flick her rapier out, and she's lunging at you. You go first.
What a... I knew it.
Her face is blank, like she's staring through you.
Has she got the same thing that SC had?
Probably. She's
So
probably.
I'm just
being
going. It's
controlled.
self-defense. Mace to the face.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
How far away is she?
She's right next to you because she was standing
Oh,
back
shit.
there with Galen. Yep, she
Can I do
lunged
some
over the
kind of-
crypt to stab that one wolf. So yeah, she's back here. Can you do what?
Can I do some kind of acrobatic leap away from her?
You can do a fighting withdrawal, which just means you can back up without having a free attack on you. You can do that.
Also, full
Back up and
defense.
say, "Watch out! She's gone crazy."
Okay, yeah. So you back up. She's gonna attack.
Everyone, club her to death.
You're gonna have a +2 to your AC for a fighting withdrawal. Oh well, she 13. So what's your AC with a +2 or a -2? It'd make it lower.
My AC is 6, so it'd be
6.
4. Okay, so or 8. What are we doing? Lower or higher?
Lower, yeah. It makes it lower. So what
Yeah.
would your AC
4.
be? Well, 4.
4.
So let me think. 19. Nope, she misses. Okay. So she lunges at you, and then you see her.
Again.
You see her pull out a dagger with the other hand, and she looks like she's going to throw it at Galen. She can't do it this round. Okay, now everybody can initiate, other than Galen, who's still making his prayers.
Take her out. She's gone crazy.
Is anybody casting? You are all perfectly aware of what's going on.
Fireball.
Yeah.
I'm casting.
When the only tool you have in your box is a hammer. All right,
hammer
Dion,
or
roll
the
the 3
anvil?
for your side. She rolls a 4. She goes first. All right. She throws a dagger at Galen. All right. Galen, what's your AC? Oh, she hits.
Reroll. She rerolls.
You can't make her reroll.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've done it before.
No, you can reroll any die that you roll, but not a die that I roll.
Well, forced that before.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there goes the ritual.
Maybe. Hold on.
She can't not do damage.
Yeah, she can. She ends up doing damage. So 2 points of damage. So which breaks the ritual. As you take 2 points of damage, dagger goes in high in your shoulder. You are only a few minutes into it, honestly, at this point, so it's not like you can't restart. But it does interrupt it. That's her turn. What do the rest of you guys do?
Frying pan to the face.
Okay. You going
was
for a
gonna go mace
kill
to the
shot, or
face,
are you
but-
trying to subdue?
Subdue shot. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, any weapon that can reasonably not kill somebody outright, you can claim that you're subduing. So just go ahead.
Okay.
Hits, 2 damage, not enough to take her out though. Bong upside the head. Oh, you know what it is though? Hold on a second. Save versus spell. Oh, she made it. It actually snaps her out of whatever was happening. So
Hey.
she shakes her head and she's like, "Ow! What the hell is he?" And she punches you in the face.
Ow! You were attacking us. You ruined the ritual.
You broke the
What the
ritual.
hell? Give us all your gold as
I
compensation.
thought I was doing that in my internal, but I attacked you? She notices
Yeah.
she's got a rapier out, and she looks over at Galen, who's got her dagger sticking out of his arm.
Ow!
Sorry?
Sorry, I ain't gonna cut it, darling. So, what made Dion and this woman go crazy?
Dion, your only experience is you felt a lot of anger for just a moment, and then it was over. She tells you that she doesn't remember attacking anyone, but she just for she doesn't know how long she felt like everything went dark and like she was in a small confined space, and then a sea was whapping her upside the face with an iron pan. With a
What were they
frying pan.
doing immediately before that happened? Did they have anything in common? Were they standing in a certain spot?
No,
of the
they're
room?
just standing around.
Probably a spellcaster who can see via magical mirrors or something.
Always done with mirrors.
Well, I mean, he was using them downstairs, so
Yeah.
Anyway, you want your D8 potion there, Jazzman?
Yeah, I better have two or three of them.
Okay. So,
How many
Galen,
you
are
got?
you going to start the ritual again? I'll still give it for the 1 hour. Or are you guys
Is
going
it
to do
worth
something
it
else?
at this point? Do we still think it's worth it, or
I mean, I'd hate to have
Given
been
the-
attacked by wolves for nothing.
Yeah, it was only a couple minutes, so
all right? Let's try it again.
If we fail again, then maybe we should rethink it because it's just not good.
Yeah.
All right. So 1, 2.
Low numbers are bad when
Oh,
you roll.
there it is. 3.
For
So
example.
you get more than halfway
an hour.
through this time.
Hey!
You guys are
Wait.
noticing that through those little finger-like holes that Jazz found, a dark mist starts pouring through, and
no.
and it starts to break off into like little balls of blackness that start to form into bats. Now the room is filled with bats. Lots of
Just
bats.
the maggots,
Lots of
now
bats
the
everywhere.
bats.
Yep.
I'm getting my torch out. They worked a treat last time.
Oh, it's just the way she has them lying around.
Okay. So the bats attack as a swarm. It does make it harder to, unless you can do mass damage. This is like just game information. You need to do mass damage to it to actually kill the thing. Just picking off individual bats doesn't really do much. So just, something your players would have
Fireball!
encountered before.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, fireball in a small contained room is a bad idea.
It'll get everybody in here.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a round while they're forming into bats. If there's something you want to do, let me know.
So they were mist, and they
Mist,
turned
yeah.
into bats.
Yep, that are turning into. So the mist kind of breaks off into like little gaseous balls that then solidify into bats. That's what's going on right now.
All right.
Can you
Are any of them?
sleep spell them? In the
I'm out of
face?
sleep spells. I
Are
can't do anything
any-
like that now.
You can try my potion of control animal if you think you can. If it works on mist on the swarm.
Are any close enough right now?
Well,
I mean, you can pick
That
off
would be a
individual
good
bats
idea.
right now just fine. Sure.
There's like swarms.
It's
though?
a swarm. It's just a large swarm that's all developing
okay.
all around you.
So I have a holy water skin.
Ooh, okay. What do you do with it?
So I just wanna
Fling it? Do it. Roll me a d6.
All right. Oh, that's
Okay.
a 1.
I've got
It
tons
seems
of
to
holy
affect
water.
all the bats that it happens to hit, but like it's just a stream of water, so you get maybe half a dozen in it. And they start shrieking and they catch fire, which causes
Nice.
them to disintegrate, to turn back into smoke.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do something before we?
Out of curiosity, how many times do you think I can do that before this is empty?
Roll d4. And that's how many like squirts you can get out of it. You blew most of your load the first time, so you can do this
Aight.
once more,
Okay.
like a 70s porn king.
and I'll do the same with a vial of holy water.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Darby. You want to do the same thing with your vial?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So a vial is only going to have one use. So roll me a d6.
Good.
Okay.
I roll it too.
Yeah. You kind of just throw it into the air and it catches a big spray of several of them. So you guys are doing damage to like you're actually doing damage in this route. Does anyone else want to do something? Holy water seems to be working.
I've got some holy water. If I see Assis.
Mm-hmm.
I just say that's a good idea. I
Yeah.
copy him.
Do you have a
Yeah.
vial or do you have a skin of
I had a
holy water?
skin.
Okay, roll a d4.
I got tons of holy water in my pack. I cure it. Okay, I'm with holy water.
2.
Okay, so you have 2 squirts. So go ahead and roll a d6.
Quickly
Ooh,
invent
nice.
aerosol.
Okay, there seem to be a lot of them that hadn't even completely formed yet. The holy water seems to be really effective against even that. So like the room is a lot less full of bats at this point. So the only one that hasn't act is Darby. Oh no, Darby used his.
Oh, it's Fig Jam.
Fig Jam. Fig Jam. So what do you want to do? Fig
And
Jam?
and Miss Pokias.
Yeah, she doesn't have any holy water on her.
No, I mean, I don't have any holy water either. I used mine on somebody's stupid arm earlier. So I don't know.
That arm's going to get us out of a lot of trouble.
Let's hope so.
You can just go for a torch and wave it around and try and keep him back.
I could do, or I could try this
Or-
incredibly stupid thing, which is incredibly
for it.
stupid.
Go
So
for
I'll
it.
do that.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I mean, I have a holy oil.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I am going to drink it, or at least put it in my mouth, and
Oh,
then
wow.
spit it out with putting a torch in front and trying to catch it on fire as I do. I have no idea if that would do anything.
Roll a
but
d20.
hey,
Roll a d20.
Your head
Holy,
explodes.
holy fire.
yeah,
Now we have got rerolls on the board.
17.
17 to it.
So yeah, you become just like a human flamethrower. It touches all of it, and it just goes up, and there's nothing left. It is all
Nice.
there's like soot just wafting in the air, just covering everything, and there's nothing moving after that.
Ooh.
All
I'm
right.
not
If you-
satisfied, and
Good job.
If you want to replenish your holy water, I can stock you back up again.
Okay.
I've got 5 of them.
So
Oil.
oh,
That's
lovely.
clever.
before
Would
the
you
end
like
of the
a
night,
cigarette?
this is what happens. Again, smoke starts billowing out of these holes.
let's get out of it,
It's
man.
dark. It's very strong, and it seems to centralize at the head of the crypt. So Galen's at the foot of the crypt. It's kind of congealing at the head of the crypt, and then standing in front of you is a tall man, a dark
Here we go.
robe. You saw him earlier playing on the organ, and he's got his arms crossed. He's got his legs spread out. And he's glaring at everybody in the room, and he just says, "Good help is so hard to find."
Is
Some
this at the
things-
same? Is this just after the bets, or is this sometime later? Or
This is right after the bats, like immediately after. It's like some things you just need to do for yourself. And so Strahd is in the room as Galen's about to finish the ritual, and we'll end it there. We'll end it there for the night.
Oh my god.
Well, this might be interesting. You guys might actually finish off Strahd without actually doing what the module
Investigate.
wants you to do, right? So one of the things that you do on the tarot draw is to figure out what room that Strahd can always be found in at some point. And so this is what you drew: is he can always be found in his crypt at some point. So yeah, with Galen about to bless his place that he has to sleep in, you have drawn him forward. So yeah, we'll end it there for the night, folks. I'll let everybody have a chance to plug what they need. We got a couple of subscriptions tonight from folks that aren't just in the stream. So just to let you know, guys, if you have a subscription with me, sometime towards the middle of the month, I'm going to have a zine available on our Discord channel that's going to have an adventure. This month it's going to be the adventure that I'm running on the Goodman Games channel for the Umerica DCC game. It's my own thing. I've ran at a lot of conventions. The zine will have a couple of other articles in it as well, but that's what's up, Skip. Thank you very much for doing so. And Jameis, anything you want to plug there? You got a nice little blog.
yeah, I've got my blog there. It says just my name at Blogspot. You can find it there. very infrequent reviews at the moment because there's nothing happening.
I think I found it on. Don't you have a YouTube site? I found some vacation video there that was actually quite
Yeah,
nice.
that's even less
Yeah,
used.
even less.
And I tend to
content,
post, if I do videos, I tend to post them on my blog, so that's pretty much the center where you need to go.
Okay, very good. Jazz, you
And
got
if
anything?
you check the
Oh,
if you
sorry.
check the Twitter feed on my blog, I've got I put in my tweets for recent Kickstarter games, including the recent Blue Planet RPG. That Kickstarter's just happened. So
Ah, nice. Jazz, you got anything you want to plug?
No, not tonight. Nothing.
All right, good enough. Jeff, how about yourself?
Not tonight.
Not
Also,
tonight. Not tonight. Okay, Richard.
If you look behind yourself right now, you can't see the ghost that is aggressively breakdancing right there. Sure you could if you could see spirits. Or, alternatively, instead of looking for spirits, you could watch me play video games on LMTDTMFFR, or, say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels.
Nice. Dion.
Hello, I'm Substances Used on Twitch. Been playing DBD again. It's been fun. I'm getting up there. For D&D stuff, you can find me here on Steam Steel Murder on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can catch me on Friendon's channel doing Monster of the Week on Thursdays. And you can catch me on Folsham Arts channel on Saturdays doing 5th edition D&D.
Nice. Of course, catch us here, twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. I stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and then sometimes other days when I've got something outside of the games I want to do. Also, the podcast, long running, over 11 years now at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's a ton of really cool stuff in there where Richard and Jameis have played a large part in through these many, many years. And I want to set out a plug for Bill, who plays Radnar the Large in our game. He will be rejoining us, but this weekend he's running games on, what is it, for the Troll Lord guys?
Frog God Games.
Frog
I
God
think.
Games,
Frog God.
right. They have a convention going on this weekend. He's running some games for them, so check them out. And thank everybody for watching. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tonight.